I see Lou.
The 6th of August, Rabbi Levitt, Chofetz Chaim.
Okay, so Sefer Chofetz Chaim, we're going to start from Hilchos Isurei Rechilus.
Lou, can you hear me?
Isurei Rechilus.
Lou?
We're
Yes,
up to Cloud 10.
Yeah, I can hear you.
Yeah. Mayor?
I can hear you.
Can-
Yep.
Mhm.
What page, Rabbi?
Hilchos Isurei Rechilus, Cloud Test, the beginning.
I page 105, Lou.
Thank you, Meir.
Okay.
Okay. Phone test. Got it.
All right. So let's begin. You got a Hakdama over there, an introduction to this section. You want to read it? Mary, you want to read for us?
Do we have an introduction? Is that Beklal Ze Yivoar Inyanim? That this cloud will describe She'ein Bahem Mishun Isur Rechilut. Cases in which the prohibition of Rechilus doesn't apply. Oh.
Yeah. I hear Mayor. Okay, thanks. Okay.
Okay.
Right.
Im.
Okay, I think we're okay now. Mayor,
Okay.
you can hear me, right? I hear you.
We hear you.
Okay.
Im Yishlemu Hapratim Shetzarich Lazeh, provided that the necessary conditions are satisfied. And it contains 15 Sifi'im.
Wow. Oh, it's a big one. Okay.
Okay.
Yes, continue, please.
Okay. So it says, Hinela el behilchot isurei lashon hara biklal yud. So now before, in Hilchot Isurei Lashon, in the Klal 10, Be'arnu be'eze ofen mutar l'saper lashon hara. We explained be'eze at the time, I guess, under which ofen, this condition, one is permitted to speak lashon hara. Im echad itnaheg shelo b'shura b'inyanim devain adam l'chaveiro. Okay, so if one acted improperly in the area of between man and his fellow friend, okay, hamisaper hazeh mikavein rak l'toelet, and the speaker's intention in sharing this information is constructive. Okay, it's only constructive. Okay, let's see. Okay. Ein Sham, see there for details. I don't know where there is. I guess in Hilchot Lashon Hara Klal 10. Okay. V'ata b'klal zeh nevaer, and now we will explain. Be'eze ofen mutar lehiyot rechil lechatchila. Okay, under which conditions it is permitted to speak rechilus. Okay.
Mayor, excuse me, what page are you on?
105, Alan.
Oh, okay.
Sort of the end of the first paragraph there. Okay, then it goes on. Im hamisaper hazeh mekavein b'sipuro l'salech hanizakin. Okay, and if the this speaker's intent is to protect the listener from harm. May Hashem avakesh shelo ekashel b'davar halacha. He says, so I pray that Hashem guard me from making mistakes in clarifying these halachot. Okay.
Okay, that's the introduction to Chofetz. Now we go to Sif Aleph. There's 15 seifim, these subsections over here.
Mhm.
So we'll start with Aleph. That sounds like a good place to start, right? So
Right.
let me go to Lou to continue the reading, please.
One may speak rechilas for toelis of preventing a relationship that will be harmful. Im echad ro'eh shechavero rotzeh lehish tatef be'ezeh devar im echad. If Reuven sees that Shimon is planting to enter into some sort of partnership with Levi, Vahu Mishaer Shebe Vadai Yesu Bav Lo Al Yidei Zep Inyan Ra. And he feels that Shimon will undoubtedly suffer from some type of harm as a result. Tarich lahagid lo today lahatzilo min ha'inyan hara hahu. Then he is required to inform Shimon of his concerns in order to save him from harm.
Good.
Ach tzarich lezeh chamisha piratim she'ava'arem b'samuch. But there are 5 prerequisites that must be satisfied before sharing the information with Shimon, as I will explain directly in the following sif.
Right. Okay. Now we're going to go right to the 5 prerequisites in Sif B, Sif base. And we call upon Alan to continue the reading on Sif base. Alan, would you like to read? Alan, can you hear me? Alan?
I have a lot of background noise.
Oh,
They're working on the building. We're doing a lot of drilling.
So you want to read? You want to
What-
read
what-
for us?
What page? It's on page 111?
106.
106. Okay,
5 conditions.
number 2,
Yeah,
there are 5. There are 5 conditions. Mizor, Ma'od, Shlo, Ayachalit, S or Neor, Badato, in your young, yeah. Movement must take great care not to immediately assume that the partnership will be detrimental. Rockius, name, hey, Tave, Mata Chelua. Rather, he should first contemplate the matter thoroughly, aim who, at Samra, and determine whether or not there is actually a problem. Number 2, a Shalom Yagadil, see, Poro, S and onion, Lura, Yotar, Mita, Shehu. When informing Shimon about his concerns about Levi, Ruvain may not exaggerate the matter and make it worse than it actually is. Number 3, Vain Rock. So, LS, Ruvain's intention in sharing the information must be constructive purposes only. The Hayanon, Alyssa Lake, and the Yan Mizah, that is, in order to protect Shimon from damage, below Mitzad, Sino, no, he must not be motivated by hatred toward Levi.
Okay.
I
Very good.
have too much noise. They're doing a lot of drilling.
Oh, sorry about that. Well, we hope that they conclude their drilling very soon.
Yeah.
Okay. So we got Aleph base and Gimel. We got so far 3 different conditions. Number 1, the speaker who's planning to share this information has to think it through and conclude that in fact it's something that that needs to be said, that about this person. The speaker is Jew number 1, and he's going to relate the information to Jew number 3, I think, about Jew number 2. He's telling him about the potential for loss or harm that could come to him through coming into a partnership with Jew number 2. And so that's the first prerequisite. The second is that he cannot exaggerate the extent of the potential harm or damage that could occur. And number 3, that in saying this, he's only trying to provide a toelis, a benefit to the listener who is Jew number 3. And what is that toelis that he has to have? That he's just saying this so that Jew number 3 can protect himself from any damage or other harm from Jew number 2. Okay, so now we go back to Meir.
Okay.
Yeah.
should we do what's in the parentheses or go to 4?
Yes, I think, yes, let's do that.
Okay, so in the parentheses, Vazeha Prat Hagimel Hages Hashlishi Niklal Gam Kain Od Inyan Acher. Okay, so in this third condition, it includes another matter. Shemilvad Hakavana Sheyikavein L'Toelet. Okay, so except or aside from Ruvain's motivation in speaking to Shimon, must be for Toelet. Okay, must be for a purpose. Okay, below mitzad Sinai, not out of hatred for Levi. Yid bonain mitchilam im yavo bizet toelet. Ruvain must first consider whether the benefit will actually come about by telling this information. La'apuke mima umatsoi kama pa'amim. Puke, to the exclusion of that which commonly occurs. Sha'afilu im yomar lo yishma lo. That even if Ruvain informs Shimon about the harm of the partnership, Shimon does not listen to him. Oh, okay. But yishtatef imo, and he goes ahead and with the partnership anyway. Okay, so it says, in this case, Reuben may not tell Shimon the negative information about Levi, notwithstanding his noble intentions, that no toelis will result. Okay, v'achar kach kishe yargizo chavero be'ezo davar. Later, when Shimon becomes upset with Levi about this matter, which Ruvain thought would happen, Omer lo, Shimon will say to him, Yafeh Amar Alecha Peloni. Ruvain was right about you when he told me she'ein ra'oi lehishtatef imach, that it would not be a good partnership with you. Right? It wouldn't. His advice about a partnership with you. Or some similar comment commonly made by people. Shehu makiram sheyesh lahem midara zo dirichilut, whom Ruvain knows to have this negative tendency about speaking rechilut. Lo yitzuyar shum heter. Okay, even in this case, let's see, there is absolutely no room to permit Ruvain to share his concerns. Kihu machshil et ha-ivurim halalu. Since, on the contrary, by doing so, he's causing a blind individual to stumble. Below ta'aseh gemura derichilut, in a full-fledged prohibition of rechilut.
Okay.
Well, it's back again.
Oh, okay.
Okay, very good. So in other words, if Jew number one has to make sure that this what he's telling to the listener about the Jew number, forget the numbers and the names and already, the one that is going to make trouble for him, for the listener. If the listener is going to blab that when things go bad, if he's gonna go ahead with the partnership, and then then things are gonna go bad, and then he's gonna say, oh, Jew number one, he told me about you. I should have listened to him. So if we have an idea about the listener that he's not going to be able to keep his mouth shut, and he's only going to speak rechilas if something does go bad, so then you can't tell him. You can't tell him even though it has the potential to protect him. Okay. The emphasis is not so much on the fact that he won't listen to the warning. I mean, he can do what he wants. He could take his own chances, right? Guy says to him, don't go into business with that guy. You're going to lose out. Okay, so you don't have to listen to the guy, but don't after it happens exactly like he told you. Don't tell the guy that you joined up with. Yeah, I really should have listened to. Cloney told me about you. That's the problem, because that's Rechilas Gemura, and so that doesn't allow that means that there's no toelas in telling over the story, in trying to protect this listener. There's no toelas, so you can't tell him. Okay, now we go to prerequisite number 4, I believe. This is Dalit over here, and we go back to Lut to continue. Imhu yachol l'savev.
Imhu yachol l'sabev es hatoelis hazo. If Reuven can bring about the desired toelis, mibli sheyitz tarech legalos lefanav in yanav l'ra, without having to speak negatively about Levi, ein misaper alav, then he must pursue that alternative approach, and he may not speak against Levi. Kol ze eno mutar rak. This entire discussion above, permitting Reuven to speak rechilas for a toelis, applies only im lo yisubav al yedei ha sipur ra'a ma mash laha nidon. If sharing the account will not cause Levi actual harm. I'm a little confused. Let me read on. Dehayinu shalo yareu imo mamash. In other words, that the people to whom Reuven is speaking will not actually cause Levi to suffer any damage. So now Levi is the guy that is suspected of being the bad guy. He's going to do damage to Shimon. So, concern here is that if Reuven says to Shimon, don't become a partner with Levi because of XY reason, and Shimon is going to now go and damage Levi as a result of hearing this, rather than just protect himself, right, then it's a problem. He can't tell Shimon. Reuven cannot tell Shimon in that case. even though he has the good intention. Asur l'saper alav, it's forbidden to speak against Levi. Ki yitzarech lazeh od piratim. For in such a case, there are more conditions that must be met. Aru likaman im yirtzeh Hashem b'seif hey vav, as will be explained below in Sif 5 and 6 with Hashem's help. V'chol shekain im hu ro'eh sheyisubav al yidei sipuro lahanidon. Certainly, if Reuven foresees that his words will cause Levi Rabba Yoser Mikafi Hadin, much more harm than what is justified according to halacha, de asur l'saper alav, it is all the more forbidden for him to speak against Levi. Ayin l'kaman b'sif hey ma shekasavnu sham. Refer to what I have written in Sif hey below. Can you think of an example, Rabbi, where if Reuven tells Shimon that Levi is not a good potential partner, it would cause Levi more harm than what happened in Beis Din? I'm having trouble with that, with this understanding how this would work.
Just looking in the Bir Mayim Chaim, if he gives an example over here. Oh, so he's gonna, maybe he's gonna have an explanation, a case over here, an example. Kagon, for example, listen to the following case. Shezeh ha'ish shehu megale olav es inyan hagenus lifnei Shimon. So we have 3 Jews over here. Jew number 1 is talking to, is revealing to Jew number 2 about the genus of Jew number 3. Genus, his bad, his dangerous characteristics over here in regard to this partnership. Kadesh lo yishtatefimo, and he's telling him this so that he will not make a partnership with him. So nishtatefimo be'eze inyan b'zman acher mikvar v'haya be'esek hashutfus hesek gadol. He had a partnership with him for some time, and it came out a big damage. Hu yodea shesibas hahefsid haisa oz al yedei ike shahu. Oh, maybe I'm not getting it. He knows that the reason that the great loss was sustained was on account of this Ikish. Which Ikish? When now he reveals to the listener this bad thing about him, Yavin Memela, he will now understand the whole story. Shesibas hahefsid, that the reason for the loss that he had previously, shehaya lo ishtaked beforehand, hayagam kain al yado. It was on account of this person that he's warning him against. He is v'itfasenu aborzeh, and he's going to what does that mean? He's going to have him arrested for it. Itfasenu tofes. He's going to grab him for that. I'm not sure exactly what that means, but that would be a case if, as a result of what you're saying, it could cause the person that you're talking about to get put in jail, for example, and according to the halacha, he doesn't deserve to be put in jail. So that would be an example of causing him a hezek, an unwarranted damage, even though it's for the sake of protecting the person that you're speaking to and warning him about him. That we wouldn't be able to justify doing that. So you'd have to. So the speaker would have to refrain from warning him about this individual. Okay. And he's going to explain more, hopefully, Be'ez Hashem, in Sif Hey and Vav. So right now, we're up to Sif Gimel. So those are the 5 prerequisites. Okay, so now we're going to go to Sif Gimel. Ve'ata Niva'er od inyan echad she'ein bo mishum isur rechilas. Now the Chofetz Chaim is going to explain something, another situation which also does not involve the prohibition of rechilas. And we go back to Meir.
Okay, so it says, let's see. Yatane va'er od inyan echad. Now we'll describe another condition. Okay. She'ein bo mishum isur rechilut, in which the prohibition of rechilut doesn't apply. Kigon im shama le'achad she'amar. So, for example, if Reuven hears Levi saying, "Im afga leploni b'makom poloni kenu." Oh, if I meet up with Shimon in a place, I am going to beat him up. Okay. Oh, acharfenu ve'agadfenu. Or if he heard him say, I will humiliate Shimon, ve'agadfe, and curse him. Wow. Oh, sheshama mimenu sheritzono l'chaziko be'inyan mamon. Or if Reuven heard from Levi that he plans to damage Shimon with money, financially. In any of these cases, taloi bazeh. Okay, so the law is contingent on one of the following. It says, Im ha'ish hazeh hu mechuzach le'inyan zeh mikvar. So if Levi has a history of acting this way, shekama pe'amim asachein le'anashim acherim. as he has done so to others many times. O shehu makir lefi ha'inyan shelo yatsa kain mipiv b'derech gezum ba'alma. Or if Reuven can tell him from the context of Levi was not merely exaggerating, ubivadai ya'aseh kain, and he's definitely going to go through with this. Tzarik legalot davar zeh lahash kenegdo. He must inform Shimon about this danger. Ulai yuchal lehizaher mimenu, and Shimon may then perhaps be able to protect himself from Levi. Bigdei shelo yagia lo mimenu biyush o chezek, and avoid that he should not come to biyush, humiliation, or chezek, or damage by his hands. Ach sarik lizaher, but Reuven must take care. Shelo yachzeru bazeh gam kain kol pratim hana'al. That none of the conditions for this are missing.
Yeah, the 5 conditions that we mentioned before about this would be an example right here. How are you going to stop this guy from beating Shimon up, for example, or from cursing him or shaming him in public? It might be the only way to do so. I don't know. Short of him getting on a plane to China, would be to call the police on him, and so that would be in the halacha. I don't know if it's true. I don't know, but if that would be unwarranted by the halacha, that he should be imprisoned because of this threat of harm. So then you wouldn't be able to tell him that, for example. So you have to fulfill all the requirements that we had before. In addition to what he said over here, the Chofetz Chaim, that you have to make sure that this guy is really serious about what he's saying that he's going to do, and that he's already done things like this before, and he's not exaggerating in what he's saying that he's going to do. So then, as long as he got those other 5 conditions taken care of, you then would have an obligation to tell the person that he's talking about beating up or damaging, etc., etc. Okay. And we got 8 minutes left. We go to Sif Dalit, the Derek Zehu Mitzvah Rabbah.
There's a Haggaha. Should I read that?
Yes.
The entire license for Reuven to inform Shimon about Levi's plans to harm him applies only if Reuven already reprimanded Levi about his intention to harm I think there's a misprint here, about his intention to harm Shimon, and he disregarded the rebuke. Or if Reuven decided not to reprimand Levi because he estimated that his rebuke would not be effective. And I would add, or he's afraid. I mean, if Levi is a bully, he's threatening to beat up Shimon, Reuven might be afraid that he would beat him up.
Oh, if he found out that he informed Shimon to protect himself.
No. I'm saying if Reuven has to go and reprimand Levi
Yeah,
Or he tells Shimon,
right.
if Levi is on the warpath to go beat up Shimon,
Yeah,
and Reuven intercedes, Levi might beat up Reuven.
right, right. He
So
doesn't have to, right. He doesn't have to suffer financial or bodily injury in order to fulfill this mitzvah of tochacha. But yeah, yeah,
But ordinarily, without knowing that Levi will reject his words, Reuven must first rebuke Levi for planning to harm Shimon, or dissuade him from doing so with words of appeasement. Since this may dissipate his anger, this approach is advantageous in two ways. Firstly, in that Reuven will be forced to inform Shimon of Levi's harmful intentions, which will likely cause friction between them, and also that Reuven will fulfill the positive commandment of giving rebuke, and he will also be making peace between Jews. Okay, consider the outcome, page 111. Before proceeding with the license stated in the previous SIF, one must carefully consider whether the desired outcome will in fact result. V'af divar didavar zeh hu mitzvah rabbah. Although this matter of warning someone about a threat is a great mitzvah, in that the victim is thereby protected from harm and embarrassment, uvikhlal ha-ba'as shalom hu, and in fact, this warning constitutes an act of making peace since it prevents further quarrels. Af al pi chen yesh lizaher ma'od. Nevertheless, one should be careful, very, very much so. Shelo limaher lisaper inyan kazeh, not to rush to give over this information. Excuse me. Ki'im achar sheyis bo nein lefi ha'inyan. Rather, he should first deliberate based on the circumstances. She'al yedei sipuro yishmor hashomea es atzmo. Whether, due to his account, the listener will act prudently and exercise caution. Shelo lelech limakom poloni bichidi, to avoid going to that place alone. Pen yakenu o yacharfenu o so poloni, for fear that he will be assaulted or degraded. O atse acheres kiyotse bazeh, or perhaps implement some other similar solution. So al yidei zeh yis talek hakitata shebenehem, by which he will quell the friction that exists between the attacker and himself. Ki pe'amim harbe matsui. This deliberation is critical because it often happens kisheyesaper lo eich ha-da'as ploni lecharfo, that after Shimon is told that Levi plans on defaming him, Yiska ber yoser kaso shel ze al oso ploni. Shimon's anger toward Levi intensifies even more. V'yakdim es atzmo negdo la riv imo. And instead of merely taking steps to avoid being harmed, he confronts Levi to fight with him. V'yavo al yado machlokes gedola yoser. And as a result, a much greater conflict ensues. Chas v'sholem, heaven forbid. Ba'al kain tarich lehisbonein heitev mitechila. Therefore, before Reuven informs Shimon about the potential harm facing him from Levi, he should contemplate the matter thoroughly. Ha'ech v'sakein es ha'davar, to determine the best way to resolve the situation.
Okay. All right. Okay, so right, this, yeah, good. Okay, so we're up to Sif A for tomorrow, Bezrat Hashem.
Okay, Yeshkayach.
All the
Thank you,
best.
Rabbi.
Thank you.
Okay, thank you. Have a good week, everyone.
Amen.
Okay, see you, Mayor.
Okay.